All right, we are learning that the IRS may actually have those missing Lois Lerner emails after all. Agency attorneys apparently telling Judicial Watch, the group trying to get to the bottom of this whole thing, that they back up everything just in case. Now, that may be a different story than you've been hearing since those records disappeared.
The actual hard drive, after it was determined that it was dysfunctional and that with experts no emails could be retrieved, was recycled and destroyed in the normal process.
So was it physically destroyed?
That's my understanding.
Because there was the computer crashed. Let me say it this way. 67,000 emails have been provided to Congress. 24,000 of them come from this period during which her hard drive crashed, in which those emails were lost.
In April, determined that, in fact, there had been a hard drive crash and some emails may have been lost. Our next step was to, in fact, investigate how many emails did we actually have and could we find.
All right, Tom Fitton is the president of Judicial Watch. He's been on the front lines of this entire thing. All right, Tom, tell us what you found out, and were you surprised to now hear somebody with the agency saying these emails may never have been missing at all?
Right. A Department of Justice attorney told a Judicial Watch attorney on Friday that it turns out the federal government backs up all computer records in case something terrible happens in Washington and there's a catastrophe, so the government can continue operating. And they say it would be too hard to go get Lois Lerner's emails from that backup system. So everything we've been hearing about scratched hard drives, about missing emails of Lois Lerner, other IRS officials, other officials in the Obama administration, it's all been a pack of malarkey. They could get these records, but they don't want to, and they haven't told anyone about it, frankly, until we were able to get it out of them on Friday. And there's no such thing as Lois Lerner's missing emails. It's all been a big lie. They've been lying to the courts, to the American people, and to Congress. It's really outrageous.
I mean, that is stunning. If what you're saying is the Justice Department attorney has told attorneys with your group that these emails exist and they've always existed. I mean, we're talking about subpoenas. We're talking about sworn congressional testimony. We're talking about court hearings. We're talking about an order from the judge there in D.C., the federal judge who said, I want everybody to have sworn affidavits and tell me exactly what happened to these. I read those affidavits when they came in a week or two ago, and there was no mention of this. How is that possible?
And we've asked the Department of Justice that same thing, and we want to know why they hadn't told the court about this backup system. If this backup system is working, Lois Lerner's emails are there. We know there are a half a dozen other IRS officials whose emails supposedly have disappeared as well. And we've heard from other agencies, like over in the HHS, over Obamacare, emails disappearing there. And we've been led to believe that, once they disappear, they can't be found again, when in fact they back up everything. As most people suspected, now the government's confirmed. And, we're going to ask the judge in this case for relief. We're already in a hearing or a mediation session as we speak with the magistrate judge overseeing this discovery issue. But we got to get these emails, and now we know where they are, where they're likely to be. And the Obama administration needs to get on the ball and start retrieving them, as opposed to stonewalling and continuing to obstruct justice.
Well, this is a very important piece of information. I got the impression that Judge Sullivan was not happy with the response he got from those affidavits. So we know you'll stay on it, and please keep us updated as soon as you get any more developments here. Thanks, Tom.
Sure thing, Dan. Thanks, Shannon.